Hey YouTube, you know what it is. It's a Megalodon here. Back with another episode of this game, guys. And yeah, I just got utterly destroyed with the Black Eagles. I just got utterly destroyed. So yeah, so we have a Blue Lions save over here. Completely right where it like turns the tide. Like right where it turns the tide. So
Before I break your neck, there is one thing I must ask you.
Stay out of my way.
I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
Oh.
Answer my question. That is all you have left to do. Flame Emperor. No. Edelgard. Tell me now. Why did you cause such a tragedy?
I did say, I still want.
You killed your own mother, and yet you haven't even had the decency to stop and consider the reasons behind your actions. Have you?
I already told you I had nothing to do with that.
It was foolish to think I could reason with a lowly beast. Your Majesty, now! You are a monster.
Come, Hubert.
Hubert is a jackass.
To flee is futile, wicked girl. The Church of Seros will raise its entire army against you until you have been captured and punished. You have defiled the Holy Tomb, dishonored the goddess, and humiliated your brethren. That crime will never be erased. Even if you burn in the eternal flames and spill all of your blood into the goddess's soil. Come, Professor. Let us return and decide upon our next course of action.
Well, there we go.
We weren't able to defeat her.
Your Highness.
I will kill Edelgard with my own hands. I swear it! Let's return to the monastery, Professor. It is clear what must be done.
Well, this is the Blue Lions route, guys. It kind of switches a little bit before
So,
that time,
he's
but
finally shown his true face. The same Dimitri I've seen once before. A beast who loves spilling blood.
You're wrong. I'm sure of it. There has to be an explanation.
I knew he'd been carrying the burden of that tragedy. I understand his thirst for revenge. His family and closest friends, all massacred right in front of him. But it still doesn't add up. There must be more that we don't know.
That's true. Dimitri didn't come unhinged until after the Flame Emperor was unmasked.
You don't think there's some connection between those two, do you?
The leaders of the church have misused its creed to fulfill their true desire. To rule the world. They have fooled the people of Fodlan. Long ago, they divided the Empire to create a kingdom. And then, divided that kingdom to create an alliance. They did all of this to make the masses bicker amongst themselves. They caused instability in order to reinforce their own authority. They gathered gold and lived in extravagance. How? By preying on the devotion of those who wished for the goddess's salvation. Those corrupt hypocrites cannot lead Fodlan to true peace. Their foul belief system must be torn asunder so that true wisdom may finally prevail. And so, I have decided, by order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, the Empire hereby declares war on the Church of Seros.
I cannot believe it.
he's a jackass.
Let us recount the situation as it stands, Professor. After you returned from the Holy Tomb, the Adrestian Empire declared war upon the Church of Seros, as well as our allies. Edelgard demanded her own father relinquish the throne, and then assumed the position of Emperor. She has deemed the Church of Seros to be an evil of this world, and is calling upon the people of Fodlan to help her tear it down. I must discuss our response to this declaration with the Archbishop, after the Knights return from their investigation. Until then, watch over the students. See that they remain calm.
Professor, the Empire has declared war on the Church of Seros. We knew this day would come, sooner or later.
What's going to happen?
We can't afford to be optimistic. It's entirely possible the kingdom will be invaded.
Settle yourself, Ingrid. We need to carefully consider our options.
We can't just act rashly. That will only make things worse.
Once we've ascertained the situation, we must return to Ferdiad. Your Highness.
This is like, okay, then this is the Blue Lions well, I guess. I don't have a
Part
golden-
1.
I don't have
White
golden
clouds.
deal well
Lone
again
moon.
yet. I
To
might-
war.
I might someday. I might have golden deal out again someday.
Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder perhaps of some inescapable truth.
Hell, something I don't like about this game is you can't have everyone. You can't have every single person in this game. There's too many people to grab everyone in one playthrough of the game. I wish you could just have every single person. But you can't. In one of the Fire Emblem games, you could have there's like 3 different routes, and the last route that you would do in that game was starting with no one, and I think you get everyone in that route except maybe 1 or 2 people because they end up dying. But in one of the other routes, they don't die. But I guess you can have everyone in every single route, so. Just pick the route that include
Unforgivable! I cannot fathom that the Adrestian Empire would embark on such a violent course of action.
The fault is my own. I failed to see the wickedness within Edelgart's heart. She plotted with ill-meaning strangers to achieve her own ambitions and defiled the Holy Tomb. If that is not wicked, what is? Or perhaps her ambitions are even grander than we know. Perhaps she is planning to make herself a false deity by demonizing the Church of Seros.
Adrestia received its very name through a divine oracle. To injure the goddess is a sin most foul that shall not be forgiven, nor forgotten. We must stop the Empire, and quickly.
I have returned, Rhea.
Welcome back, Shamir. Were you able to discern the Empire's movements?
Their main troops are marching towards Garreg Mach. It is said that they will join forces with Edelgard's army and arrive within 2 weeks.
2 weeks? That is not enough time. It will require all of our efforts just to prepare our defenses before then. We must send notice to all surrounding villages at once. We must order the residents of Garreg Mach to flee for their lives.
It will be done.
Professor, listen closely. If our enemy invades the monastery, I will have no choice but to stand upon the battlefield. If something happens to me, I am entrusting my sacred duties to you.
Why me?
You must have guessed it by now. The truth of who you are. Or perhaps I should say, your lost memories are surely beginning to return. I have acted all these long years as a mere proxy for you. But the duty is yours, and yours alone. Only you can lead the people of Fodlan.
Rhea, please. You must tell me all that you know. I beg of you. That one is the progenitor god. Am I correct?
In a sense. Our dear professor is a vessel. One who carries the power of the progenitor god within. In time, the vessel will become one with the power contained within, and the progenitor god shall return to this world.
I see. I trust that you are aware of the questionable nature of this experiment. But I suppose there is no turning back.
I ask that you help our friend. And in doing so, help her. I am waiting and hoping for the moment when our creator rules this wayward land once more.
I am sorry, but I cannot do this. I am not certain it is just.
Brother, I believe in my professor. I wish to help, no matter the cost.
Flayn, were you eavesdropping? I understand. You owe your life to the professor, after all. And we cannot leave behind one who may be our brother.
You have my gratitude, Sedith. And you as well, Flayn. As followers of the progenitor god, it is up to us to see our mission through.
Bad guy. To go to the bad guy. I know it. There's no way that he can't be bad. I'm sorry. Wacky Wolf could just. But I don't like them. Wacky Wolf is stuck in the butt. Seriously, like, I feel bad for everyone.
Oh.
Hey, now I might get the boat. I'm just gonna use it to die. I'm just gonna use that for fire, not do nothing. So I can't. Plus, it's just gone.
I could use your help.
Maybe someday when.
Excuse me. How with the imp, thankfully. You have made the god. How are you? I appreciate.
We must protect Garreg Mach. Defiling the holy tomb was a sacrilege. I will not allow the Archbishop. I have something to ask of you.
Well, I can go around.
Impressive. Thanks.
Nobody likes it there.
Singing? This is no.
I'm sorry, but you are nobody on community. No.
Hi. I cannot believe our negligent got so they couldn't be.
Suicide would just come together and just have one big feast, one big happy family where they look full. Oh, what?
Well done. You have my thanks.
So yeah, you gotta be a fun mouse.
I like.
Yeah, you just get it,
Wait, so can I have a daily quote, huh? What the heck is it? What the heck is my favorite quote from another game? I can do it here.
Edelgard became emperor and raised an army, huh? I mean, yeah, of course. The more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win. But would it really be okay for I do find... Edelgard... Yeah.
Edelgard, I really don't.
Dear me.
How do you go? I know how to do both. What? So what? So you have to invite her to a tea party or what?
Edelgard.
I'm glad to see body.
Thank you,
I'll give you those.
Edelgard.
Tell me how
It's good, but house it would seem it's a shame.
I ask everyone around here if they want to move a house. Exactly.
I am he if training has butts.
Oh no, half of Bernadette and my... Oh, well, the eldest son of House Ire will not be so easily swayed.
Okay. I thought now that they...
I don't. We aren't. Hey, Professor. No.
He's hidden well. That, but an end.
Oh, and on my camera.
Now, and we got.
No. I've got some.
So maybe I had maybe an angel that I had for a while. Why is it that I don't actually
I get it. Thank you.
You called, so I... Thank you.
Okay, this is gonna be so weird. Okay.
Yes. Oh? Sure. Oh? Yes. Yes. Sure. I'm not much for conversation.
You're having a great time and you're just like moving your hands so weirdly.
That was delicious.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This.
This.
Got it. Good.
I've learned a thing or two.
glory of... Am I making progress?
Okay, I'll do a wedding one.
Listen up, everyone. The Imperial Army is upon us. If you can fight, pick up a weapon. Everyone else, hurry up and evacuate. We have the goddess's protection on our side. We have nothing to fear. Victory will be ours.
Professor, are you ready? Well, hurry up. I don't need to tell you that the situation is dire. We have some support troops from the local nobles, but the army we're facing is immense. No matter how you look at it, we're at a disadvantage. To make matters worse, the enemy is being led by Edelgard. Do not underestimate how extraordinary her abilities are.
They're here. At long last.
It seems this will be a battle to remember. About time.
I'll never give up, no matter how outnumbered we are. I'll fight to the very end.
I should have made a move on the Imperial Princess before things got this far. It could have changed everything.
We have the goddess's divine protection on our side. All that's left is to try our best.
All we can do is fight as best we can. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm really scared right now.
We can't just hand over the kingdom and the monastery. We'll stop her, no matter what it takes.
Your Highness, you do not seem well.
Unwell, you say? What's gotten into you? Nothing could be farther from the truth. I'm so happy I can hardly contain myself. My father, my stepmother, my dear friends. They want her head. They want her life. They've whispered as much to me. And the chance to answer their pleas has arrived at long last.
What the heck?
I'm always in control, Professor. And I'll stay in control until I have the pleasure of killing that woman. Let's move, Professor. Even if it costs me my life, I won't rest until I've crushed her skull in my bare hands.
Whoa. Whoa. You scared me, dude. He's actually skin crapper.
Easy.
ahead and say so. That's fine with me to say so, but me not so much. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye guys.